Okay, so today I'll be doing a VOD review on this Plat 1 Jett in an Ascent game. This guy sent me in his gameplay and asked me what I think as an Immortal player. So I already had a look at this before, and overall there's not much for me to comment on just because his team and him won like by a lot, like a lot. But there's still like certain things here and there that I can nitpick on, so I'm just gonna jump right in.
How's it going, boys?
What's up?
So in the pistol round, the first pistol round, you go for the ghost buy, and I mean that's fine. Like that's the most popular pistol buy.
Don't worry
But
about it, bro.
as an Immortal player, like I always buy frenzy. Oh, no, you did buy the ghost. Okay.
Here's some man.
So
I heard something
you can
too,
see in
bro, to be
the
honest
top
with you.
left in the minimap, they've already
Closing
Oh,
door,
well,
eh?
stim and one
made
smoke.
a lot of noise A, and they've darted into
Good
A,
arrow.
and you can see right here, Reyna and Raze have entered on A. Hold on, let me just move my camera thing down here. Okay, so Reyna and Raze have already pushed door, and at this point you're like, okay, time for me to rotate. So I like that you're being quiet mid because there is always the chance that there are mid lurkers, like especially ciphers, brims, like you don't know what they could do. On pistol round, not so much, just because on pistol round people tend to just monkey in and like hope for the best, try to out aim everyone. But there are certain players, certain rats that lurk even on pistol round, so it's good that you take those precautionary measures. So right here, your teammates just lose sight really quickly, and you get Sova and they clean it around. That's unfortunate, but you did do your best. So now your teammates and you are going to be on eco, and let's see what you buy here. So there's lots of things you can do on an eco. You could full save, like buy nothing, just worry about round 3. You could buy a sheriff, and you could buy a marshal. You could buy shorty, and when you buy like these certain guns, they give you a fighting chance to win an eco, and that's huge for your team. So Raze has been spotted. Tiles, so we darted in. So I saw you were trying to go for the shorty play in the smokes there, and I do that all the time. It's really strong for you players to do. But yeah, Brim just running gun is in the back, gets you. Not much you can do.
Nice 78 on Cypher if you want.
Bro, just save the fucking Vandal, honestly.
So right here, I remember Silva swings it out, doesn't save the
Ray's
Vandal.
already had a Vandal anyway. But,
And
I don't know why this game, my screen keeps freezing anytime
on
I
CT,
actually try to fight somebody.
on CT side, I always recommend buying Phantom, like always. And I don't buy Vandal on defense, especially on Ascent, which is like a relatively small map. And right here, you do switch to Phantom last second. I don't know like what something came over you, but it's good that you did because the thing that makes Phantom so strong on CT is that Phantom is better for holding angles, while Vandal is better for like peeking into fights, trying to go for pre-fires and one taps. But when you're on CT, the Phantom is so strong because you can spray through smokes, you can crowd spray, and they have to peek into you because their attackers, they have to take the site while it's your job to hold it, and for that the Phantom just outperforms like 9 times out of 10. So enemy teams have pushed A. You know, you already see on the minimap 3 have been spotted. I'm always looking at my minimap. So right here you push out past the smokes, and I like that. You're taking that early aggression, you're getting that first pick.
Reyna behind Jen, Reyna dead.
You know, people don't expect you to push out smokes. That's really smart of you to do. And you and your teammates clean up the round.
Nice retake.
That was a great round from you.
Good retake.
Ooh. Yeah, you dropped the Phantom for Vandal. I don't know
Bro, my
about that.
frames are like my screen is still freezing for some reason. I have no idea why. Some fucking
Oh, his
built
diamond on a
RPC
toaster
did.
somehow. What the fuck?
So I remember this round. This
I
was my
don't
problem with it. So right, you can see on your minimap, your Sova was watching tiles from tree, right, like up here. But you are trying to watch tiles. You're not even peeking into it. You're playing back here like pizza area. The thing that's wrong with this play is that no one is watching cat. They can slow walk up cat and kill your Sova right here, and then your Sova is instantly gonna blame you. And then you're gonna be like, well, no, I was holding tiles. And he's gonna say he was holding tiles, and you don't want that. So when you're mid bottom, you can hold tiles, like that's cool. But if you want to hold tiles, you gotta move closer than that, closer than playing pizza. Like right there, right there. Raise creeped up cat, killed your Sova. When you're playing mid bottom, it's best for you to just watch cat, not tiles. But this Raze is throwing. You win the round. Nice job. You get two
Over
actually.
Bottom mid, nice.
Good from
Play
you.
numbers.
Good from you.
Rims be made.
And your team quickly cleans up the round.
Sheesh, nice shot, bro.
All good.
So right here you go for the op buy, and opping on
Yeah,
CT,
bro, I can
obviously
blame
everyone
the-
knows it's
I
one of the
can't
strongest
blame
things you can
from
do
playing
in
too good,
Valorant,
but-
especially as Jett. I play a lot of Jett, and I op a lot on Ascent. And the thing that's so
Yeah,
great about
agree.
opping on Ascent is that you can peek any angle you want, you're gonna get value. You can peek tiles, you can peek top mid, you can peek A main, you can peek B main. It's crazy how much you can get out of the op. So you're gonna go for the top mid peek. You're smoked off, and you missed the cipher, but I mean that's fine. You were smoked off anyway. So you do this a lot throughout the rest of your game. You do this thing where you want to gain info on catwalk while you're playing bottom mid. So you updraft. You updraft, and you're trying to like spot one or two, maybe make a call out to your teammates, and this thing that's really risky to do. I don't think that's worth it because eventually, like the second, third, or even the fourth time you do that, they're gonna just like be holding you. They're gonna be like, oh, just gonna updraft here, and they're gonna like. You don't know how good the enemy team is. You don't know if they can just one tap you out of the air. So it's kind of like pointless getting info like that, especially when you have a Sova on your team. You can just dart mid or drone up. Like I don't like doing that, especially when the enemy team is on an eco. You don't want to give them any chance of winning. Right here, your Sova gets two. It's
Everyone
crazy.
made.
But again, you're doing really good. A lot of what I'm
Sova's
saying
in
is
main,
nitpicking,
ring unknown.
just because you did so good with your team.
Last one, A main, last one, A main.
What's name, man? It's,
98 on,
what is it?
98.
Nice. Good.
All right, you can quick clean up the round.
Alright, my screen's not freezing as much.
So let me see if you do this thing that I want you to do. It doesn't look like you are. So whenever I op on any agent, I always buy a secondary, whether it's a shorty, a frenzy, a sheriff. And I get that, classic right click OP, haha, but if you whiff like two op shots and they just start charging you, it's so strong to just pull out a shorty and just pump them. And you at least get one, you dash out because they expect you, oh, he's opping, he's got a big like slow clunky gun. He missed, we can push him. But when you have that frenzy, like the frenzy and like the shorty sheriff are really strong and you can use those to your advantage. And you don't go for that, and
Shit, sorry.
Tell it.
a lot of Immortal
Yo,
Radiant
bro, I
oppers
rocked that
would
Raze,
definitely
4
buy
leg
frenzy and
shots for
shorty
the kill. Sheesh.
if they're opping, especially when their eco's as good as yours is right now. So you're gonna go ahead and peek into B main,
I'll
that's
pick the second
fine.
camp for you. It's like right here.
No one's watching
Yeah,
CAD, but
I
I
know.
mean it's fine, it's whatever.
Here?
I like this a lot. You're showing a lot of discipline with
Nice
that jump
pick.
peek. You get the pick on Raze,
Yo, I thought you were holding that.
and you get Reyna. Fantastic game
As
from
long
you.
as they come late, I'll get 'em.
It's good. They're not. Oh, nice. Cypher hit 80.
They're not out yet. They could
Cypher
be
was out. Cypher's in my.
So when you walked out of those CT smokes, you were trying to get a third with that op, and everyone gets like that. When they want to get greedy, they want to get more and more kills. But if you want to do that, you can just smoke yourself at your feet, and then you can go out to stairs and reposition yourself that way. You just walked out blindly, and that got you killed, which not a big deal because your teammates win the round anyway. But Just for the future, if it's like a close game, you want to play smarter than that. I'm just gonna skip ahead because I know you guys want this round.
Exactly where you. One enemy remaining. No one beat.
Your breach is crazy.
By the way, boys. By the way, boys.
Bro, if you
second time-
Actually, let Breach buy me so that way.
Yeah, you're still not buying that secondary.
by the way,
It's
boys.
okay though.
By the way, boys.
Bro, if
second
you
time,
swing a
boys.
main,
I mean, like I
just
said, the
pick
classic
one
is
dash
fine,
out,
but
it's a free
like
kill, trust.
frenzy running gun and shorty
yeah.
double pump is invaluable when you're an
They're
operator.
going 8 mid split.
So right here, you're gonna op A, and this I like a lot from you, that you're just changing your position every time. Sometimes you peek A main, you peek B main, sometimes you peek bottom mid, and that's strong because an opera should always remain unpredictable, because you don't want to just keep on peeking bottom mid round after round, because eventually they're just gonna not peek you. They're just gonna be like, oh, he's only opping bottom mid. Okay, we just won't go cat. By you switching it up every single round, you stay unpredictable, and they have to run defaults to find out where you are, which is really good, because that means they're split up. That means they're unaware.
Bumping up mid.
Right here, I think you get
One rotate.
Cypher or something.
One more tiles.
Yep.
No,
Nice
my
job.
Y'all are
God.
fucking cracked. What the hell?
One more tiles, I think.
One enemy remaining.
Last one's
Spike down mid.
with 70, he naded me and tinkered me.
Yo, I'm gonna sheriff him, bro. Let me sheriff this man.
Half house.
Alright, so you heard your teammates make the call out that he's 70 HP, and at this point, I would have just taken out your sheriff to like body shot him, because if he's that low and they're on eco, most likely he has light shield, and one sheriff body shot is just gonna kill him. And you know, if you whiff the op, then things can go bad. You don't have a dash, so I mean that's like advanced levels of thinking.
Bro, I'm so sad
not
I wasn't
expecting
playing
that out of you.
Valorant when that came out, man.
Back.
Yeah, I'm a fresh.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you don't
Okay,
even
bro.
fucking broker. And
So right here, you're gonna go and go ahead and peek mid bottom,
Good work.
staying
I can't even
unpredictable.
buy
I
my
like that.
Chipotle, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You guys are in college, you guys are freaking old.
Alright, so you've seen Raze jump peek top mid like that.
Oh,
And right there, you do that updraft thing that I don't like. What if that Raze just flicked on you with that ult, or like what if someone's holding you like with their own op? It's really not worth it to do that updraft, because you don't know what could happen. Like you don't know what the enemy team is capable of. If you want info, your Sova can just jiggle out like cat, and that's much safer for everyone. But right here, you go for the aggressive peek. You get the brim dash out. I like that. Right here, you got crazy movement with Jett, dodging the Sova.
One enemy remaining.
Well, I mean, you got tagged by the last one, but that's
Oh,
whatever.
so good.
Clean up the round.
Race it to the spike site.
And now it's good that you got a deagle with you,
Yeah, let me buy you, bro.
with that op. So now you're not like completely helpless in close range fights.
Yeah, I'll buy you. Oh, nice out.
So here you're gonna go and peek B main. Let's see if you get any value out of it. Alright, so you're breaching Sova.
They're rushing me.
It seems like a yeah. So from the minimap, like I can already tell, you know, they darted in, they breach got one A main, and then someone else traded him out, and then they also darted, and then Sova fought mid, and they were like someone was cat, so it's gonna be an A cat split push. So it's good that you're rotating early right here. The earlier you rotate, the better. You don't want to like over rotate is the thing. Right there. Do you see how risky that is? Like, he's waiting for you. He's lurking mid, and updrafting right there. Like, what if he head dinks you? If he head dinks you and kills you right there, this round is probably lost for you. And I'm saying that because if you die, their brim lives. It's now a 2v3, and their brim has entire mid control while your teammates are on A trying to fight. But you get the shot off anyway.
Last 2A, pointing
But just imagine if the brim was just a better player. Then it'd be very difficult to justify what you're doing there without updraft.
One enemy remaining.
job.
Alright, clean up the round.
I see one mid.
So right here you're gonna peek tiles, that's
I
good.
smoked off
New
top.
angle.
Oh, there's a hole in my smoke top. Be careful.
That's too bad they did.
Many A.
So you hear them running A, and I like that you peek cat here because
I have ulti for
last
retake, I have
round
ulti for
you've
retake.
already established that these guys like split pushing. But it doesn't look like any of them are cat. Just looks like it's gonna be a clean A
Ulting off
push.
your
There's a
upper drop.
tripwire. There's a tripwire in that smoke.
You re-peek it just in case,
One's on
which is
top of
fine.
mine.
Planted.
You breach ults and you play off it, that's good.
One enemy remaining.
And it's a clean retake for your team.
Nice,
Nice job.
what the hell?
So next round, let's see what you decide to do. You peek B main.
Oh.
B. Wait, no, that's mid. What the fuck? Mid, that's a good. Fuck.
So you miss on Reyna, and that's fine. He wide swinged. Everyone misses. I'm not gonna take
Pushing
points
you,
off.
Silva, pushing you,
You hit
Silva.
two of them.
That.
They're pushing you, Silva. Gonna. Nice. You hit 3 of them 80. Hit 3 of them 80.
Alright. So this is smart from you that when Sova is fighting for tree, you're holding his mid. Because obviously more and more people are just gonna funnel into tree and try to trade him out. But you holding him from deep market is really smart.
Hit 3 of them
Really
80.
strong for your team.
Spike down mid.
Wait,
Last
she
one's
hit
tiles
that.
to 80,
Remaining.
tiles to
You
80.
pull out the knives and that's fine.
Good
You didn't get any value out of it though, but
shit,
I mean that's whatever.
shit, Silva.
You guys are already doing so good.
Last round before the switch.
Not bad.
Like I said, there's not much for me to comment on just because of how well you and your teammates play together and how bad the other team is. So a lot of what I'm saying is nitpicking, but like some things are like pretty valid,
Big diff.
like things that you can change.
Like it, bro.
So you can see the Rico when you hold tab.
Fucking big diff, bro.
Like a lot of them gotta
Even
save. A
bigger
lot of them are
dicks
just
than
gonna have like
Valorant.
specters
With
and
this,
stuff.
'cause fuck 930.
So you're probably gonna end 10-2.
Hey again, bro.
So there's that updraft peak again that I don't like. I'm not gonna repeat myself on there. You already know what I'm gonna say.
Are they already on site?
You back off after hearing the raise ult. That's cool. And here you're going for wall bangs. That spot is actually wall bangle for Jenny, so that's cool that you're doing that.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
That's main. That one's definitely main. He's definitely main. I saw
All right,
it.
and you and your teammates retake perfectly. So now it's a 10-2 half, but there's still 10 minutes left. So on offense, which is where a Jett like you should be thriving, there are some things that I need to say that I would have changed up.
Rush A.
For sure, yeah.
So if I remember correctly, you go for the frenzy by here, and that's great. Like ask any Immortal Radiant player, like frenzy is stupid strong in the right hands. Especially a Jett, you just dash in, you don't stop running, don't stop holding W, just hold left click with the frenzy. You're gonna get instant value out of it.
Running close here.
I can't remember if you won this fist run or not, so I'm gonna watch this whole thing.
Raise my nade. Raise my nade.
They need us off from you.
Alright, so
good.
you and your teammates are separated from your breach, and I mean that's fine. You couldn't possibly
I got
predict
one.
that raise nade. You dash in, but yeah, unfortunate that you get stuck there. It's not your fault though. So you play hell, which is good. Have your teammates all spread out throughout site.
Dude, you're a bastard. You're actually a bastard.
You're smoked off.
Oh, drop.
Ooh, whoa, what
Dude,
just
you're a
happened there?
bastard.
So it's 4v2. It's 4v2, and their cipher just got 3. Do you see the problem here on the map? 3 of your teammates are lined up perfectly, Jenny, and you're the only one playing separately. So you're smart. Your teammates here like really like threw the round
Dude, you're actually a
because
bastard.
their cipher just jumped out heaven and got 3 easy, like nothing.
Yo, what the fuck?
One enemy remaining.
You know, you get the cipher and
Winning.
you're left in a 1v1, and then you go ahead and lose.
Bro,
You pick up the ghost. Yeah, that's unlucky.
Bro, how is he just there, man?
dude just jumped out of heaven. I thought you were watching me, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't care. We lost that round.
Your entry was strong. It's
happens all the
just
time.
just some bad
It's a
execution.
bug with the game, yeah.
Everyone makes fun of German efficiency.
Honestly, dude, I don't even care. We lost that. I knifed their brim.
So
Yeah,
let's see
that
what
was-
you do on
yeah.
eco round.
Dude, that brim just jumped.
On offense, especially, because obviously you're not going to buy shorty on offense.
What the fuck is this Asian man?
The sheriff.
You buy a frenzy, which alright, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would typically buy a sheriff and try to play slow defaults, but
My first cat.
that's me. Not everyone
Oh my
is
God.
comfortable with buying sheriffs. And
Yeah,
obviously,
sorry,
frenzy
I
is
thought that
still
was a
very
sheriff.
strong no matter what.
He's very
What?
low.
You thought the Cypher had a sheriff?
So you're holding a main, and that's cool. People like pushing out on
They're all fucking hit, bro.
eco rounds
Get the
anyway.
sheriff and-
Raise.
So you see one to your right, right there, right there, right there.
Sheriff.
Raise.
You see one to your right,
They're all
right there,
fucking hit,
and
bro.
your teammates call out on it.
Go get the sheriff.
But
Raise.
Player
yeah, that's just unlucky.
I was screaming what? Wait, you didn't see him?
Yeah, you should be clearing those things. You're just slow walking on the site when a high reload player would be like jiggling right, jiggling left, and slowly making his way on a site rather than just slow walk creeping up. But that's fine. It was eco anyway.
Yeah, I was screaming one to your right.
Alright, let's default.
You're not being shot at, you're doing something wrong. Reloading.
Or we can bait out the AU.
So you're buying the
zone.
Vandal on
Rush
offense,
A.
and that whole thing I said earlier about
Let's just go
the
B. I
Phantom
don't
is
think they
strong on
can hold it
CT.
very well.
Okay,
You can buy a Phantom or a Vandal on T side. You buying a Vandal is like completely up to personal preference because
Alright,
T side is
let's do
different
it.
from CT.
Alright, I'll do a fake arrow to A then.
Yeah, I'm trying to bait out some nades and some smokes.
So it looks like your team is gonna run a default on your buy round. So I don't know how I feel about running a default on your buy round. You know that the enemy team is just gonna have Spectres, Guardians, stuff like that, while you and your teammates are gonna have Vandals, Phantoms, hell, maybe if you're sweaty as fuck, you save for an op. And you having that better weaponry, you should instead just be like, hey, we have better guns, we can outgun them. Let's just all 5-man rush B, or let's just all 5-man rush A. Or if you even if you don't want a 5-man rush, you could be like, hey, you 4 rush B, I'll stay mid and get the lurkers and rotators. Or you 4 rush A, I'll go up cat. But running a default on your buy round is, I don't like it, and no high elo player would like it, because this is how you get picked off one by one. And when you get picked off one by one, they're gonna take your Vandals and Phantoms, and the round is lost very easily. So you know Raze is A.
Wait,
I
what?
was paying attention. I get the B1.
Oh,
Ooh.
never mind, not anymore.
Got down, bruh.
Ooh. He just jiggles out and head dinks you. It's not your fault. He's just a better player, better aimer.
Come on,
Nothing
Killjoy,
you
what
can
the
do.
fuck?
Spike down.
And this is what I mean. You shouldn't be running slow defaults on your buy round. You just died A to a Sheriff when you had a Vandal, and your boy just died B to a Spectre when he had a Phantom. And now it's a 3v5.
Bro,
Which
no
is
one
bad.
heard. I'm not.
Then turn me up. That's a part of the game. You can just turn me up in the fucking settings.
Bro, calm on. Holy fuck.
Your teammates are toxic.
No more.
And A here.
I can't get this.
Fuck, I flicked on that raid.
Looks like you
dude.
still do go ahead and win this round though, just because
I
you're
got
so
spike, I got spike, I
distracted.
got spike.
Run away.
They're playing against B. Playing against B.
Stunning tree.
Let's go.
Flashing.
Stim beacon down.
Close door.
So your teammates all regroup A, and that's cool. You're bringing it back. It was a 3v5, now it's a 3v3, which is really good. But again, your
Let that go. Let me ace it.
enemies are just really bad. Any
He's out,
Any
he's out,
good-
heaven.
any good players would
Last
see,
player
hey,
standing.
we're up 5-3. Let's not
Clean the
lose.
monster.
But you know, your enemies are just very bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell that
Bro,
Cypher's
also
doing.
close to my ace.
So you go ahead and win that round, but the only reason you won that round is because your Sova popped off. That round could have been a lot cleaner, a lot faster, a lot smoother if you were just like, hey guys, we have better guns. Let's not even give him the chance and just 5-man or 4-man a site.
Let's ruin their
Nice try, nice try.
Tis unfortunate. Bro, we're
So
broke
let's
as
see what
hell.
you go ahead and do. You're gonna Sheriff Light Shield. I don't like this because look at your teammate Tico. You got. So if your teammates are all gonna go broke, you should go broke with them. You buying Sheriff Light Shield isn't my favorite because you could have gone Vandal Light Shield, sell a Cloud, sell an Updraft, and then you're all gonna be broke for next round. Because next round you're gonna be like, oh, didn't you guys save last round? But only you saved last round is the thing. And then you're gonna want to buy, but you can't, and that's just kind of rough.
So rush B or what?
All right,
I'm
so you
looking
do
for
change it up. That's good. That's good.
Sova
I mean,
fucking
Spectre heavy
Odin's
shooter,
the
that's fine.
fucking- Sova Odin's this shit, bro.
I'm just gonna put pressure A then.
Alright.
So it looks like your breach is gonna be faking A while you 4 take B. That's totally fine.
Be careful for an Odin, guys.
Did y'all take the orb yet?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna get it so I can ulti.
No,
Or Killjoy can get it, Killjoy.
Someone already got it. Someone already.
80 on Raise Market.
So I wanted to wait to see what happened, and exactly what I feared what happened. Your Brim doesn't put down any smokes, and yet you're still peeking out B main. And because of that, look at this situation right here that you put yourself into. You have to peek,
Or
and you
Killjoy
have
can
to
get it,
walk
Killjoy.
Someone already got
into
it.
3 different you have to walk into like 4 different angles. You gotta peek market, CT, you gotta peek stairs, boathouse, close left, close right. Like, it's overwhelming. You should have waited, or at least like called out to your Brim, hey Brim, can you smoke CT and market? Cause then right here you're
80 on Raise
conflicted.
Market.
You're conflicted as hell. You don't know what to do. You have to watch market. You have to watch CT. You have to watch stairs. Like all these things at once. No one can do it. Putting down smokes, it simplifies things for you. You're just gonna be like, okay, it's smoked off. I'm just gonna watch stairs now. But Reyna peeks out. He gets the head tap on you, and last few rounds you haven't been doing much for your team just because you're dying so early.
I haven't set up smoke.
And your teammates are gonna go ahead and win this round anyway, just because, like I said, the enemies are so bad. But this is a VOD review about you, and there's always things that you can do to change. And that's not even your fault either. That's just your Brim's fault for not putting out smokes. And I can't hear your comms in this, but maybe you did comm out to him, hey, can I get smokes down? But even then, when you know smokes aren't down, I would just never peek. It's not worth it. But you guys go ahead and win the round.
They're on a half buy. I think we just rush them here.
That's a smart call out from your breach. They're on save. We have better guns. Just rush them. Playing a slow default is
Which side?
stupid.
This guy.
Looks like your breach is taking the IGL mantle. That's fine.
Get out the smokes and then the nade. Raise place.
I think this is gonna be the last round right here. So this is good. What you're doing, you're getting that vertical
He's gonna
angle.
nade Sova. Sova.
Don't worry about me, bro. They're close left with a judge.
No nade.
Pushed out cat, you say?
So your Killjoy right here was trying to push tree while you guys were still being like held off A with all the raise util. Your Killjoy right there should have waited for you guys to get into better position, like, causing havoc on site, and then she like peeks out tree, just because then she's gonna get way more value.
Yeah.
So right now you're down 4v5, but
That's not him, Brim. It was Brim, so.
your Sova peeks mid
I know exactly.
just because he's crazy and he can.
This is where we rotate. Or we could re-hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Breach is
we
right.
fake here. I'll do a fake
Yeah,
arrow to
yeah,
beat.
yeah.
So you are
wanna
slow
stun
creeping
as
up cat, and as an entry Jett, I think it's better you just stay with your main, with your main posse and try to just dash into sight. But slow creeping, I mean, it's fine. I won't lie, I do it sometimes too. Right here is the worst part of the whole video.
Cut noise.
I know.
You are not jiggling these angles properly. So you're holding market while you're walking down cat, and that's good because you don't want to just be like looking straight ahead. You want to be looking at like the most likely, most dangerous spot that the enemy can peek you and one tap you.
Look at that peep.
So right here, your crosshair placement's really low. It's kind of on chest level.
I wanna stun as
Once
well.
you move over to catwalk, your crosshair is like really low right there.
Okay. Cut
And
noise,
then
cut
right
noise.
here,
I know.
you're not jiggling at all. You're just slow peeking. You gotta always watch out for off angles like that,
How a cat?
especially
Oh,
when
thank
your
you.
killjoy already died to cat, so they're gonna be cautious about cat now. So a better player like an Immortal or Radiant, he would have jiggled more and more and more, just because cat is so hard to push, but it's equally as hard to hold. So you haven't been giving your team a lot of value
30
on
seconds left.
offense.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The only reason you've won so far is just because your Silva's just crazy, getting 3 every single round on offense. But as a Jett, obviously you want to get as much value as possible with all your util.
I have 2 flashes.
And to do that, there's just smarter ways to peek. There's better ways to peek. There's better ways to take fights.
Players win.
And it looks like you go ahead and win the match. You gain 20 for that. That's good. So overall, there's things here and there that you can work on, especially on T side. Like when it switched to offense, you looked pretty lost. Like you were a lot lurkier than I would have liked you to be. You only really entryed on pistol round, and you know that's fine, I guess. But a better Jett would be a lot more aggressive. What you were doing, I think you would have had a lot more value for your team right here if you played Chamber, because you started off on defense first, and you know that was just lucky for you. But defense first Chamber is a better operator than Jett, and then once you switch over to T side, it's already a 10-2 half. And since you like being lurky, like I can tell right here, you like being slow, you like being quiet. Chamber's so much better for that, just because his util and his entire kit is based around being lurky. It's based around being like the hard anchor for the team. You know, when you walked up cat, what else did you do? When you're just holding a main for the push on your eco rounds, a Chamber would have been better for that role than Jett. So I know you like playing Jett a lot, is from what I'm gathering from you, but some of your playstyles here don't fit Jett that well. You opt a lot, and that is a Jett thing, but it's equally a Chamber thing. But then you lurch a lot, which is only a Chamber thing. So just don't get lost on your agent role and what you're adding to the team. And other than that, you were fine. Some things here and there, and you just work on your aim, work on communication, and you'll eventually get better as time goes on.